Now to Utah, where the desperate search is on for two toddlers who are believed to have been abducted by their father, Dane Richman. Richman is now charged with 2 counts of custodial interference, a third-degree felony, and a warrant has been issued for his arrest. The Utah Department of Public Safety has issued an Amber Alert for the 2 little boys. Wesley Richman is just 10 months old, and Will Richman is almost 2 years old. Authorities believe their father, Dane Richman, may have taken them over the state line, and that the children may face imminent danger of injury or even death. Richman and his ex-wife were right in the midst of a custody dispute when he suddenly vanished. The children's mother says she flew into Utah for a deposition, but her ex-husband never showed up, and neither did the children. When she tried calling him, she says he did not pick up. The Amber Alert warned that Richman is in dire financial straits and had abandoned his home after selling off his belongings. He is believed to be traveling in a black 2025 Toyota Camry with license plate A561HL. Take a good look here. The mother of the missing children joins me now in a network exclusive. Lizzie Tomich, thank you very much for coming on the show, and we're so sorry for what you are going through right now.
Thank you.
Thank
you for having me.
Absolutely. We want to shine a light on this. We want to get these pictures out so that everybody can see this. You must be beside yourself with worry over your children, of course. Have you heard anything about their whereabouts or where your ex-husband may be after him not showing up?
No, we don't have any idea where he could be at this point.
How about any other family members that knew him? I assume that you've reached out to anybody that he may know. Has anybody said anything?
Yeah, I'm standing here actually with 3 of his sisters. He has not spoken to most of his family in quite some time. So no, we don't have any information from family members either.
Has he ever done anything like this? Did you have any indication that your ex-husband might take off?
I don't want to touch too much on that, but there was some indication.
Okay. Well, it's certainly, very worrisome, of course, with all of the details of him not showing up at this deposition. And Utah authorities think that your ex may have actually crossed state lines with the kids, something that he was not allowed to do according to the custody agreement, right? Can you tell us anything more about what he was allowed to do and what he wasn't?
Yeah, he was not allowed to cross state lines. At this time, I don't know if he has or has not, so I cannot confirm if he has or has not.
Yeah, and he didn't show up for that deposition that we were talking about. And then you find out, after all of this, I can imagine how fast your heart must have been beating when he didn't show up. And then you find out that he fired his attorney. Has that attorney said anything about your ex? Have you've talked to him or her?
She's been cooperating and providing us, what she is legally allowed to provide. So she has been cooperative. Yes.
Any kind of tracking device on the car? Anything at all that anybody has been able to find out about where he may have gone?
I don't have that information, no.
And let's talk about this Amber Alert. It's out right now, and it's also warned that your ex is, quote, seriously depressed and in dire financial straits. So what are you thinking about right now as we sit here today? Where do you think he went? What do you think he could do?
I honestly, I don't know, and I can't really touch too much on his mental state. I'm just beside myself. I just really want to get my kids home. I want to get my kids back, and I pray every day that they're okay and they're safe, and that he's gonna bring them back. He's gonna surrender them back to me, or that we find him. So that's really what I'm focusing on right now, is just praying and hope and that I'm going to get those kids back.
Well, and we are praying and hoping with you too, and that's why we're doing this segment. We want to put these pictures out there. We want everyone to look at these faces, because if you see something, say something. Call the authorities. And that is what we need people to do. What message do you want to tell him if he's watching, if he hears this broadcast, if anybody who knows him hears this broadcast? What do you want to say to him?
There are so many people that still love and care about you, and just please just take the boys somewhere safe. Take them to a hospital or a fire station and just surrender. And this doesn't have to define the rest of your life. And just, you are their father. You will always be their father. Just please bring those boys back safely.
Lizzie Tomich, I want to thank you very much for being here. We are going to keep on this story. We will keep these images out there. We'll share it on digital and on our socials, and we encourage everyone to share and do the same. And hopefully that message will reach him. And I think that that was a really important message that you just sent to your ex-husband, that people do love him. You're there with her, with the sisters of him. So that's really important to share as well, that people are wanting him to come back. So thank you very much. We really appreciate you.
Thank you.
And
Thank
good
you
luck.
for your time.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.